right, so first let's talk about where we think in the Hunger Artist that we can fit plot events into the pyramid. So who wants to try some exposition for me? What's some of the background?
Background was introducing when how long he's planning on showing himself, where he's at.
Link to the fast, maybe?
Yeah.
Link to fasts? Okay. Where's some rising action? Anybody? Go ahead.
The guy never stopped fasting.
Say it again.
The guy never stopped fasting.
Of self-fasting.
Yeah, self-fasting.
Okay, how is that rising action? Tell me. Somebody help her out.
It keeps increasing people's worry, concern, and also alongside that, their more curiosity, wanting to go see him again, pay more money.
Okay, all right. This idea that it's kind of a maybe repeat performance, right? This idea that people are going to see him and the phenomena of him being able to fast for so long, right? Because has anyone in here ever tried to fast? Nobody in here has ever fasted. Nobody. Okay. Is it easy?
No.
No. It takes a lot of strength of will to not eat, right? I mean, okay, so maybe there. Who wants to try and take a stab at the climax? Where's the one point where you would say in the story, the one event, episode or event, where everything changes? Go.
The person presenting him, is that
Impresario, yeah.
Impresario. The impresario sees him as profitable, and this garners more and more crowd and more curiosity from individuals of society.
And so how is the event that changes everything?
Because people start to doubt him more and more as their curiosity increases, and that starts to push him to his limit because he wants them to understand him so bad because he is the artist. He's the only one who truly understands his art.
Okay, and in fact, he gets angry at the impresario, right? Because the impresario puts a restriction on him. I forget what it is. Is it 40 days?
40 days.
But he says, I can go longer than that, right? But why does the impresario say, I don't want you to?
Because people start to lose interest.
Okay.
After 40 days.
Good answer. Okay. All right. What's some of the following action? So we over here have established that the climax is where? What event did you just say changes everything?
When the impresario finds it to be profitable and he starts garnering crowds.
Okay, so now everything starts to change, right? So what starts to change? Go ahead.
I feel like when people talk about how much they admire him, and now he's saying that people shouldn't admire him because that is not a good thing, and that basically he just doesn't want to kind of not do it anymore. But he explains how he did it only because he didn't like any food, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, but
Like I'm saying, basically it goes downhill from there because he gets worse, like his health gets worse, and then he starts apologizing to the people for doing it in the first place.
okay.
And that's when after that he dies, and then they basically bury him in the same cage that he was in.
Okay, all right. But you made an interesting point. You said something about, he says something like, the reason that it was so easy for me to do this, or the reason that I did this, was because I never found a food that I liked. What might that be symbolic of? What might that be symbolic of? This idea of the food. What do you think, Brad? What could the food represent?
Like life.
Mike? You said life. Mike, did you have something?
I was gonna say different aspects of art. He couldn't find one he really liked.
Okay, maybe different aspects of art. The way I interpret it, and remember, my interpretation is not gospel. The objective here is for you to be able to interpret the literature the way you think it, and the way you feel about it, and all you have to do is support it with the text. But my feeling is that the symbolism is he never met a person he liked. And so therefore, he alienates himself from society. And in fact, he alienates himself to such a degree, people marvel at him. Because like I said, try fasting. See how easy it is. It's not easy. Okay, and then let's go to the denouement or the unraveling, which is sometimes called catastrophe too, but maybe not in the sense that you're used to hearing it. But so what's the unraveling, right? We talked about falling action. What's kind of going on here in the story? Dan.
His reincarnation.
Okay, into what?
And the leopard.
And nobody's gonna mess with a leopard, are they?
No.
Somebody might mess with a guy who hasn't eaten for 40 days. Nobody's gonna mess with a leopard. Okay, good work. Now let's talk a little bit about the questions that we have. So who wants to take the first one? Who or what is the protagonist in the story? Who's the leading character? Brandon.
The hunger artist.
Everybody agree? How come?
Primary focus. He's the primary focus of the story.
Okay, you're good, man.
Still
Okay,
time.
fair enough. How about who or what is the antagonist?
I believe the antagonist is the impresario.
Everybody agree with it? Maybe literally, but how about symbolic?
I think it's the people.
Society.
Yeah.
Could be. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. Remember, individual interpretation is valid. All you have to do is back it up with text. All right? Okay. Next question, sorry. Next question. What was the conflict in the story? What is the conflict? Think about our prompt earlier in class. We talked about society and the artist, how the artist sees society and how society sees the artist. What might be some conflict?